Hi everybody, my name's Martina and I'm a baby feeding specialist, which I think is one of the coolest jobs, quite frankly. I've worked with the NHS for almost 20 years so far. I've probably helped thousands of women with various issues, and one of those issues is a fast flow. But before I get into that, don't forget to like, and if you'd like to keep up with future content, then please don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you'd like to put a comment down below, then please do so. Right, let's get into fast flow. So what is a fast flow? Well, sometimes it's also called fast letdown, or as I like to call it, the power shower. So basically, this is caused by maybe infrequent feeding and there's a build-up of milk supply there. So when you go to feed your baby, your breast releases really quick and you get this fast spray. That's the power shower effect. So when you go to feed your baby, it can cause some issues. So this can cause your baby and sometimes mum to feel a little bit distressed. If you imagine you're getting sprayed in the face and your baby's kind of going and they're trying to feed at the breast, it can be uncomfortable for them. This can cause them to cough and splutter and sometimes gag, and when they're feeding they're kind of going and they pull off. This can cause them to kind of clamp down. That's them trying to stop that flow and they pull back. This is really uncomfortable. It can also cause your baby to spit up and it can cause lots of wind. So we have a few tips on how to deal with all of this. So the first position I'd like to suggest is a lean back, or some people call it the koala. Either way, this is a lovely position and one of my favorites. So what we're simply going to do is rotate your baby round. We're going to hold them like so underneath the armpits. That spreads out their arms. Now they can sit, kneel or straddle. It's very comfortable. As long as you've got your support here like so, and we're going to just let the baby bob around. So we're going to put them kind of nipple to nose still. Baby's going to bob around, get themselves comfortable, and when they find themselves, they're going to open their mouth and just plant themselves on here. So I want to get nice and comfortable. I'm also going to lean back. Now for hands free, I'm going to put a pillow here just to rest my arm, so I can bring my arm across like so. Baby can rest their head against the arm, nice and comfortable. Now if you look at my position, my baby is nice and straight. What this does is if baby gets wind, they have all the exits opened. So the straighter they are, the better it is for the wind. If they come on and off, that's fine, because they can still just kind of plant themselves back on there all by themselves. And all you have to do is just lean nicely back. This gives them a bit more control and they love this position. So just let baby relax and feed. So my second position, and this is a very commonly used position, this is called the cross cradle. Probably one of the easiest ones to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to rotate our baby. I'm going to use the opposite hand to the opposite breast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this hand into a C shape. I'm going to lock my baby's bum down like so. This C shape is going to go onto the base of the neck and shoulders. I'm going to place one hand at the bottom and one hand at the top. What we don't want to do is have this, because what that does is baby will end up biting you. The other thing is, if you notice, my alignment is actually quite nice and straight. We're going to aim the baby nipple to nose. Now if this hand is constantly getting in your way, just hold it, because we're often tempted to interfere with the baby. So if we just hold this hand, the baby will behave and it stops us from interfering with them. So what I also want to do is allow the legs to drop down. So as you can see, I'm almost wearing the baby like a seatbelt. So they bob around, you wait for that big open mouth, you nipple to nose, they pitch back, you wait for the big, and then we're going to give a nice guiding push. This is what I like to call boob smack. So that nice push ensures that your baby is latched on beautifully. The big mouth, the big push, that vacuum seals the baby to the breast. That ensures that they got full fat cheeks, like that, and that way they latch on nicely and you get good milk transfer. Also, you don't get as much air in because you don't hear the noises. And again, if you want to, you can lean back. You can also put a pillow here. This is where you can swap out this hand and just relax. Now you've got hand free for, I don't know, Facebook, texting, a glass of water, tellies, whatever you want really. Just relax and let your baby just relax and feed. Don't forget, the more relaxed you are, the more relaxed the baby is. So our last position is the rugby position. This is a great position if, let's say you're a generously endowed big breasted lady, because you can kind of see over the mountains because we worry about smothering our babies. So this is your peace of mind one. So you have to be very comfortable, and can you see I have a pillow here? It sticks out to the side, so what I want to do is move it over, and I'm going to shuffle over as well because this isn't a great chair, but we're going to use what we have. So what I'm going to do is put my baby down the side. I'm going to hold the baby in a C shape here, like so. That way we allow the head to move. I also want to be very careful that the legs don't hit the back of the chair, because if they do, baby's going to use that as leverage and pull this way, taking your nipple with. You don't want that. So as you can see, I've got them straight. My hands are here. I'm holding them almost like in clutch bag, like them silly clutch bags that people walk around looking funny with. Useless bags, I don't know why we have them. Anyway, back to the subject. What we're going to do, as you can see, hands here, baby can move. We're going to hold the baby nipple to nose. Very important, so when we line them up that they can latch on. We're going to wait for that nice big mouth, that mouth, because if they go on with the mouth, that's going to be painful. And when they've latched on, nipple to nose, big boob smack, you're nice and comfortable. You can also drop their legs down a little bit. You can use a pillow here if you want to make yourself nice and comfortable, and then just lean back. Right, I'm going to put a pillow here just for a moment. Right, see, like so? You have somewhere to rest your hand and you're nice and comfortable. Do advise you probably use a better chair than this, if I'm honest. You want it to have a little bit more space so you can fit in your pillows. And then you just relax and let the baby feed. Again, his body alignment is nice and straight, so if he gets went, he's in a better position to deal with it. So now that I've given you some things to practice, the good news is, if you are the proud owner of a fast letdown or that power shower, it's not all bad. The good news is your baby might be a speed feeder. And by that I mean they can have completed their feed within 5 to 10 minutes. Yep, I know what you're thinking. Couldn't possibly eat that fast. You will be surprised. So if you don't believe me, keep an eye on their nappies. So, wheeze and poos. If it doesn't go in, it doesn't come out. You should have about 6 wheeze and poos within a day, every 24 hours. If they do a small poo about this size, that's perfect. If they do a punami, that's what I like to call them, which is when they're all over the shop, that means you got plenty of change. That's a lot of poo in one nappy. The wheeze should be nice and clear. So if you're getting your 6 nappies within 24 hours, that's perfect. That's proof your baby's taken on enough food. If you need further help, then reach out to your healthcare provider. So remember guys, I'm not your healthcare provider. These videos are for information only, but also worth remembering that your baby is an individual and you may require further help. So reach out to your care provider. That may be your lactation consultant or your midwife, even a health visitor. But speak to them and they will provide further care for you. So, thanks for watching. And finally, a quick word from our sponsor. And just for the oxytocin boost, here's a video of my cat. This is Brandy.